Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While your group is together, now is a great opportunity to pick a time and place to meet should you become separated in the park.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining the Gateway to the Magic, ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And here we are again.
Episode 61.
61 from the brand new ResortLoop.com studios.
That is awesome. Who'd have thunk we'd make 61?
Who'd have thought we'd have 3 different studios at one point?
Well, that I knew. I knew we would do that because, you know, you are such the entrepreneur.
Well, you got to keep things moving. Keep moving forward, as some people would say.
I wonder, that's a great line.
We should use that.
We should use that. But who would have thunk even more so that, once again, our listeners being as fantastic as they are,
number
come
one
through again. Yes, they are the number one listeners. Come through again, another, and I can't believe, I am so humbled by this. Another record month.
This is like, what, 3, 4 in a row? Something outrageous?
Yes, and this one just eclipsed the other ones. We were just watching and going, oh my God.
I know.
It was fantastic.
I think we have to thank our listeners must be sharing it with everybody.
Oh yeah, they must be,
because we keep getting new Facebook friends, Twitter followers.
They have been so good to us, and we just owe you guys so much. I mean, it's been fantastic. We love the feedback that we get on a daily basis.
The good ribbing people give us.
I like the one posting on Twitter or iTunes the other day. Looper Nation will soon take over the world. It said. So, guys, really, in all honesty and humbleness, thank you so much for pushing us over the top once again for the month of September, and we appreciate everything that you guys do for us and all the input. I mean, we've gotten all the pictures that we get, and
I love pictures.
Just especially real quick shout out, and then we'll get to the other ones. But Rebecca Toon, who's been sending us pictures.
Yes.
From her is she there a fortnight?
Maybe half a fortnight.
Yeah, something like that.
Fortnight and a half, somewhere around there.
Something like that. But she's having a good time down at Walt Disney World and sending us some food and wine photographs and all that.
Yeah, that's where
stuff.
She's listening to the podcast ad.
Yeah, making us hungry. So,
and we are living vicariously through our listeners, which is what
absolutely.
I need.
Absolutely. And if you get a chance to check out our Facebook page, I just put up a picture that our buddy over in Hawaii sent us of a sunset that is just unbelievably breathtaking.
Yes.
You got to see it to believe it. I can't even explain. It is just gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. I think I got it right about the time the sun rose here. When I saw it, and I was like, a little different. But
yeah, a beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio, but not quite the same. No palm trees. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you ready to do some shout-outs?
I think we have to do some shout-outs so we can get moving.
I've got one from our Facebook page. Our buddy Hero Matt Hayes.
Hey, Matt.
Says, hey, guys, I've been a listener since the beginning. This is my first time writing, though. I really enjoy your show, much more than any other I've listened to. You all feed off each other, therefore making the shows entertaining. In reality, we hate each other. So
that's true. We loathe.
We can't even be in the same room. Most other shows focus on news and dining, and that gets old. Thank you for bringing a show with random, and emphasis on the random, off-the-wall topics, and introducing a product that allows your listeners to be involved as well. I'm a loyal husband of one and father of two, and although we are loyal Disney family, I am the biggest nut of our bunch. You guys remind me that it's okay to be grown man Disney fan. With Resort Loop, I am normal. Thank you.
Please don't use us as your basis.
No,
for normal.
Oh no! Please no.
Oh my gosh, we could just do a group therapy session. Let's see, coming off Facebook, Benita Polly Brown, our new listener. She's the future mother-in-law, I believe, of Jessica Murphy.
Well, let's not. Hey, wait. We don't want to push anybody
No.
here.
She knew what she signed up for. She goes, she did not know they were super loopers. Referring to her son and Jessica.
Yeah.
I will talk to them about that. I think they're in trouble. She goes, I am thinking of going to Epcot next month. Have either of you gone during the International Food and Wine Festival? She'll be there for just one day, and she's looking forward to hearing back. No. Unfortunately, my wife teaches, and my kids are in school, so this time of year, we just can't make it down.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. No, I just can't wait to eventually, just experience it for a couple days, because I hear nothing but positive.
Yeah. Us either. We were down there one year during Food and Wine, but the kids were young, and we didn't really get to experience any of the festivities of the Food and Wine Festival. So, yeah, we don't know a whole lot about it either. But maybe, as we just said, maybe our pal Rebecca, who's down there now,
Yes.
can maybe, I don't know, shoot us a voicemail.
That'd be nice.
Maybe.
At our looper line, area code 414
WDW.
loop.
I like just saying that.
I did ask her to mail me a slider. There was like a pork slider she had mentioned. I said, could you mail it to me?
I saw that picture. That looked good.
Oh,
Man, did that look good. So, if anybody can help Benita out, that'd be fantastic. I've got Kimberly Littlejohn on Facebook. Says, I've been listening to your show since about your 5th episode. Thank goodness. Those first 4 were horrible.
Oh.
and I have to say that I love it. You guys are fun to listen to and give a different point of view on Walt Disney World. Yeah, most of our stuff's not correct, so
Yeah.
that's the different view. I went to Walt Disney World for the first time at the beginning of September with my parents, and we had a blast. Because of your recommendation, we went to... why do I got to read this? Because of your recommendation, we went to Ohana on our first night, and it may have spoiled the food for the rest of the trip. Thanks for all your hard work, and keep the magic coming. I'm glad she got to go to Ohana.
I know, me too. Of course, I got to go. But Bob... But see, what she's saying here is, you don't want to peak early.
I just want to.
You just want to peak.
I just want to peak somewhere along the line. I've been there how long? And that's the one I've missed.
I'll tell you, Ohana is fantastic.
Yes,
I heard somebody talk about it once, and they said, like some of the meat wasn't very good, like it wasn't very tender.
Oh,
and I had one on my plate that wasn't very tender. So you know what I did?
Yeah.
I didn't eat it.
What?
I know. I just sat it off to the side, and I had a different one, and it was fine.
And it was fantastic.
So I'm just throwing that out there. If it doesn't look good, don't eat it.
You don't. You don't have to clean your plate.
That's right. Yeah. Steve, off of ResortLoop.com, said, "Hey guys, Super Looper Steve here, and I was wondering if you could assist in some Disney magic." Oh, I love these.
Yes.
We are taking my kids, who's Evan, who's 13, and Lindsay, who's 11, on a surprise trip to the world in late October. They think we're going for a long road trip to southern Indiana to see my family, and they live in northern Indiana. So at some point, they might catch on.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they said, wait a minute. That's a long road trip?
Well, no, we're getting to the good part.
Okay.
But they don't know that they're actually going a little bit farther.
Uh-oh.
And then he asked us to give them a surprise that they're actually going, I hope they turn this up in the car,
All right.
back to northern Indiana. No, guys. No, you're not turning around and going back. You're actually going to Walt Disney World.
How about that? Evan and Lindsay, congratulations, guys.
So Evan and Lindsay, have a great time. And remember, when you say you're upset with your dad and you say you never do anything cool, remember, you're on your way to Walt Disney World.
That's right. How cool is your dad for doing that?
Your dad is awesome.
That is awesome.
Have a great time, guys.
Absolutely. Go to Ohana.
See if you can get in. Don't mention Bob's name.
No. They won't let you in. Jeannie M. off of our website, ResortLoop.com, sent us a message. Says, I just started listening to your podcast, and I'm hooked. You two crack me up. Thank you for your honest opinions and simple tips. I'm trying to catch up on your older podcast. While we have been to Walt Disney World several times, along with my older son, who's now 12, my husband and I will be taking our younger son, age 6, for his first time in November, and can't wait to see the look on his face. That's going to be great.
Oh, yes.
They'll be staying for the first time at the CBR.
CBR.
Well,
Is that Bad Moon Rising?
We know you struggle with the abbreviation. That is the Caribbean Beach Resort. Keep the great podcast coming. Thank you.
Oh.
Thanks, Jeannie. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I have a quick one off Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So Christy, Song of Frogs on Twitter, said that in response to rewind, remove, and refurb, or whatever the order is, I actually read them in.
Whatever.
Yes. I made a mistake. Me.
You.
She said I made a mistake.
Wait a minute. What? Hit the buzzer.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah,
no wonder you don't like
nice.
that.
All right.
She said I needed to rewind Test Track because World of Motion was awesome. And that's a good point. I got it, and I tweeted back to her that I really like the Fun to Be Free song.
Yeah.
World of Motion did have some really cool things in there, like how the ride vehicles went outside, before you went back in for the rest of the attraction.
Absolutely.
And I did like the music, and they did have some good stuff in there, so
yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. Hey, Bob, I've got another one off Facebook. This is from our new friend, Wyatt France. He said he's been busting your chops a lot about going to Ohana.
Oh, yes, he has. We've been going back and forth on Twitter about it. Yes, we have.
Yes. He goes, right now he has a serious question. They're going to drive for the first time from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And he goes, I know you guys always drive and aren't too far from him, so he wants to know if we can help. His iPhone tells him that it will take him 16 hours to drive straight through. He was wondering how long it will actually take him with stops for lunch and getting their legs uncramped and such. He won't be getting a hotel. They're going to go straight through. They're going to be leaving on December 16th, and they want to spend all day at the Magic Kingdom on the 17th. So, Touring Plans has it listed as a 1 out of 10, so he really wants to get into the park that day. The reservation's at Pop, and they're going to check in on the 17th. So they're going to check in the 17th and apparently get right to the Magic Kingdom. He said they want to take a break in the afternoon for a nap, and he's going to be the only driver, but he drives a truck for a living, so staying awake before the drive down will not be a problem.
Well, again, this is kind of like the last time when we talked about just driving down in general. A lot of it's relative. It's how well your passengers can handle the ride.
Yes.
We've done it so many times that my kids are fine being in the vehicle for long distances. My suggestion is that the time is going to be pretty close. Add a couple hours there for stops, depending on how many stops you do. But I kind of always have put my speed down to get a really good average as 60 miles an hour.
Okay.
60 miles an hour is perfect because by the time you'd stop and have some breakfast and get back on the road, then your time averages, you go down the roads some more, even though you're going 65, 70 miles an hour based on the speed limit, not the 112 that you do.
Well,
where the front of the van's
the
glowing.
van will top out at 94. That's all I'm going to tell you. It will not go faster than 94.
There are police officers that listen to the show.
I was in Texas at the time. I was not.
And they are police officers in Texas. So.
Yeah, but I think they let you go a little bit more in Texas than.
If you put the speed limit down as your speed, you'll probably be pretty close to that time.
Yes.
Even with stops to hit the restroom and gas up and all of that stuff. I always do this. I'm sure you do too, Tim. Is whenever we stop, it's not just we're stopping to get gas or we're just stopping to get something to eat. We're stopping to get gas, eat, and potty.
Yes, all at once.
All at once.
Yes. Hopefully everybody's on the same schedule.
Doesn't matter. By the time you hit South Carolina, everybody's on the same schedule.
My tip is, I'm sure you're doing this, you have to leave in the middle of the night because you don't want to hit any traffic going down, and you want to get there early enough so you can get a good night's sleep before you go to the parks the next day. And time your trip so on the way down, you're not hitting morning or any kind of rush hour in any major city. I know we try to avoid Charlotte at rush hour. Try to get through that either, we want to go through Charlotte either after rush hour or before rush hour. You do not want to hit a major city like Charlotte during their morning rush.
And I think his problem is going to be D.C. Coming from Harrisburg, I think he has to go down 95 all the way.
Oh, 95. Oh, yeah. You definitely want to go down in the middle of the night because you don't want to allow for backups.
Oh, yeah. You ran into that.
We had 95 at what was it? Georgia was terrible
down
coming back.
Hilton Head, Savannah area.
And I looked, and he is driving down. That'll be a Monday, if I remember correctly. So he will have rush hours to deal with. So try to schedule your trip, your driving if you can, so you miss morning and evening rush hour.
That's a good one.
Because you could maybe hit a evening rush hour around Jacksonville, and that would have to be a disaster, I would think.
Right. Yeah, it all depends on how you like to drive. Tim likes to drive at night. I like to drive at night. Everybody's sleeping in the van. You get a lot further distance that way.
Yes.
If you're driving during the day and everybody's looking around and awake and they want to stop every place.
And if your wife and son are able to sleep in the car, they're going to be golden when you get down there. They're not going to be off schedule sleep-wise.
Right.
So
there you go. That's that's the best we can do.
That's right. It helps for me too when you know you're leaving in the middle of the night.
Right.
That you're going to have dinner there that evening before you go to bed.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if it's just a counter service place, you're having dinner at Disney.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If he's driving, I don't know what time he's planning on leaving. He didn't really say if he's leaving after work or early on that the 16th. But yeah, if you're going to drive through the night, get there on the 17th. It really, I've done that. You get there and you go to the parks and the adrenaline's pumping. You're excited. You're going to be fine for the first probably 3-4 hours.
Oh yeah,
and then you're going to be tired.
Oh, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you like a brick wall.
Yeah, that first night's sleep is fantastic.
Yes. Another little tip: the day before your trip or the night before you get ready to leave, do not eat any new foods that you're not familiar with.
Oh, yes.
We had that problem with my daughter. We had a different kind of food from a restaurant. And she did not feel well, and we actually had to postpone our leaving by a few hours till it passed. So eat familiar food right before you leave.
That is a very good call. Lots of cheese.
And chili.
But no. No.
All right, Bob. What are we going to talk about today, Bob?
Today, we are actually going to, as a matter of fact, we had one of our friends asked, getting ready to go on a trip to Walt Disney World and asked us about Photopass.
That's right. What were we going to talk about on the next episode? And what was it? Not even like 10 minutes later?
Yeah. We got approached and said, I got a question about Photopass. So we thought, a lot of people probably have questions about Photopass. And we thought we'd just give kind of a thumbnail sketch of the whole thing and what we think of it and whether it's a value or not.
Yes, our experiences with the Photopass.
So why don't you start us off, Tim? Explain the whole Photopass process to everybody.
Well, Photopass is allegedly a free service until you want your pictures.
Exactly.
Where when you walk into a park, I only see it mostly in the morning. Like you're walking in the Magic Kingdom, there are the Photopass photographers, and they would love to take your picture in front of the castle for you.
Yes.
And so they'll take your picture. After they take your picture, they will give you a card. Credit card sized, and this might be updated with the My Magic Plus bands at some point.
Probably.
But so they will take your picture, give you the card, and then any other time you see a Photopass photographer, ask them to take your picture, or if they will offer to take your picture, and you hand them the same card. By the end of your trip, you will log on to the Photopass website, and voila, all your pictures will be on the website for you to either order or tinker around with, maybe add some borders too. And then order a CD. The CD with these pictures will come in the mail. And voila, you have your pictures.
Right. Now, don't get nervous if you forget your card in your room or you can't find your Photopass card.
Great tip.
You can get as many Photopass cards as you want.
Yes.
Or end up having to get if you've forgotten one. Don't lose them. A tip that I got years ago, not just with your room key, but your Photopass card, is take a picture of the code on the back of it. Because even if you lose that card, you can, when you're at home and logging on to DisneyPhotopass.com, you can still type in those numbers and see your pictures. They will look for them for you. I have heard that Disney Photopass folks will spend some time looking.
Yes, if you can give them a timestamp, kind of like when you might have had a picture.
Right.
They can kind of seek them out for you.
I don't recommend that.
That's a bit iffy.
That's a bit iffy, and it's obviously it depends on what cast member you get, but so you can have a stack of cards and just put in all the numbers, and you'll get all your pictures. You'll see all your pictures. But I'm like you. I have seen the Photopass folks, for the most part, write at gate opening.
Right.
Now, Disney says that they're throughout the park.
I've heard that.
I've seen them during holidays
Okay.
around the parks, but not necessarily everywhere that Disney says they're going to be.
Yes. I've seen them very, very sporadically. Like, oh, there's one there.
Right. So, like, for example, at the Magic Kingdom, Disney says there are 33 places where there will be Photopass folks.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've only seen Main Street, to be honest.
Meet and greets. You're going to see them at meet and greets.
Okay, yes,
with
yes,
any
yes.
of the characters.
Correct.
But other than that, yeah, I don't know. At Epcot, they say there are 15 places, and again, they might be counting the meet and greets. The studios, there are 16 places where you can get Photopass. At Animal Kingdom, 14 places, and at Downtown Disney, 2. Now, the 2 at Downtown Disney are going to be your Bippity Boppity Boutique and the Disney Photopass
Kiosk or store, or
whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but and that's if you want to get like a portrait done.
Okay.
Where you're kind of being staged. I believe it is actually with Mickey.
Okay.
I think Mickey is there, but it's their studio. They call it the Disney Photopass studio. But other than the meet and greets, I really don't see them wandering the parks.
No.
Except during holidays.
Yes.
Which would be nice if they would. And we're going to talk about a way to get pictures throughout the park if you don't want to take them yourself. We have an idea. Tim came up with this a while ago.
I have moments.
But just to give you an idea, if you want all of your pictures, the Disney Photopass archive disc, and if you order it ahead of time, is going to cost you $119 for all the pictures that you're going to get off the Photopass.
Right.
You get your photos and the ability to customize your photos with a fun Disney border and stickers and the Magic Shot photos, which I'm not exactly sure what the Magic Shot photos are.
Is that where they like Photoshop a character in by you, or like a little?
I believe you're. Yeah. I believe you're.
Add a little gimmicky thing there that wasn't actually there.
Now, for just a little bit more,
I love that topic.
You can get the Photopass Plus.
Tell me about this Photopass
Which
Plus.
is all your Photopasses when you're going in. You're getting your, in front
all your
of the
pictures.
castle. In front, and the ability to customize with their borders, the Magic Shot photos, and this is pretty good.
Okay.
Photos from select dining locations.
Okay.
And we're going to get to those. And photos from select attractions.
Yes.
So all those ride photos that you take, you're going to have the ability to get those, and that, as long as you purchase again ahead of time, 14 days ahead of time, is only $149.
Okay.
Now, if you wait, it's getting bumped up $50.
Right.
That's on the other one too. It goes up $50, so you're talking $200 for your photos. So the question being posed is it worth $150 or $200 for those particular photos?
In my opinion, I say no.
You are half empty today.
I am half empty. I've never seen a picture of us that have been on a like an attraction picture.
Yeah.
Where we look good.
I agree.
Now, I'll say there are pictures out there that are very humorous of people who like to stage pictures. I believe our friend Jordan Gasly is one of those. He likes to stage pictures of him coming down like Splash Mountain.
Yes.
But usually, as I'm falling down that big hill, my eyes are closed and I'm wincing and screaming like a little girl. And I don't want that picture.
Yes. And one of the things that I've noticed, too, for us is when we'd look to see on the kiosk picture, you're right, one of us doesn't look good, if not all of us. And
I know you don't look good.
I never do.
Yeah, well.
And typically, somebody's got, people like to put their hands up on the rides, and there's always a hand or an arm or something in one of our faces.
Yes.
So we've got the whole family in this photo, but it's not really worth purchasing.
Right.
I think in all the trips we've taken and all the rides we've ridden, I've seen a couple where I would actually like to purchase that
Yes.
ride photo. So, okay, ride photos aside, we're not going to do the ride photos.
Right.
So, the dining photos at select dining locations.
I don't even like taking photos of the dining locations. I mean, at Chef Mickey's, there's always that picture you get with the plate, and then Mickey, the cardboard Mickey with the big knife and fork there or something like that.
Right, yep.
I don't really want to hang that on the wall.
Okay.
I mean,
All
that's
right.
just, I don't know.
That's just you.
The whole family would be in there. I don't want any pictures of me.
Oh, okay.
Nobody
Gotcha.
wants those.
Gotcha.
It just doesn't seem. Maybe it's just too touristy. Maybe it's kind of the look
Yeah.
about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my thing.
I agree with you.
Do you?
I do. When I'm at dinner, I want to. Now, I mean, character dining is fun. I enjoy that.
Oh, love it.
But I don't necessarily want to have to stop and get my photograph taken while my food's getting cold either. So to take pictures around the dinner table, I'm not a huge fan of either.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll snap off a quick picture of the kids with the characters.
Oh, yeah.
We don't necessarily need the whole family with the characters.
Right.
So I agree with you. I'm not so sure that's a good call.
Honestly, some of the best pictures are just the impromptu pictures you take on vacation.
Oh, I agree.
The staged pictures can be very nice and nice memories, but we have a picture of Steven when he was young laying on the floor at the at Chef Mickey's with Goofy behind him laying down.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And that was just just a quick, look what's going on, took a picture of it, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And Photopass isn't going to catch that. I mean, it wasn't a staged one, it just happened to happen.
No, exactly. So, so I'm not a big fan of the dining photos. So, okay, so we're going to get rid of the dining
Okay,
photos.
that's off the table.
No pun intended.
Right.
Okay.
Off the table.
All right, so no ride photos, no dining photos. What about the pictures that you're getting inside the park?
Did you want to tell them your tip?
Well, we're all right. This is our half full podcast. Because, my tip is, and the Disney Photopass people are fantastic. The cast members that do that are fantastic.
Yes.
All you got to do is ask them to take a picture with your camera.
They will do that in a heartbeat.
And they will do that. Most digital cameras now are so good
Yes.
that you can really get a nice picture with your camera, almost as nice as the one they're going to take.
Yeah. And I'll say a lot of people walk in with cameras better than the Photopass cameras.
That is true.
Some of their DSLRs people are bringing in are fantastic.
Yeah. And no offense to any of the cast members. Some of them, I'm sure, are very good photographers.
Yes.
Some are not.
Some are photographers and some are picture takers.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how I like to look at things.
There you go. Yeah, you're exactly right. So, to purchase the package ahead of time, my recommendation to that is no.
Okay. I would agree.
Now, that's not to say you don't want to purchase some of your photographs.
No, still use Photopass. If you see them there,
Absolutely.
take the pictures. Who knows? There might be a fantastic picture on there you can't live without.
Exactly. We have one that's sitting on our mantle of when my daughter was so enamored with animals, loved animals, wanted to be a veterinarian, and she actually had the zookeeper outfit when we went to Animal Kingdom. I think I mentioned that on a previous podcast. They took a picture of her at Animal Kingdom, her and my son, and they had their hands out, and there's little, they of course put in the magic shot, which was Simba, baby Simba, in their hands.
How cute.
And I can't do that.
No.
I'm not that talented with Photoshop, so I can't do that. But that was priceless, and that was worth paying. And I think that, like, the 8x10s are only like $13.
Okay.
So we ordered that. It was sent to us, and we love it. But I'm not so sure I would have been as happy with just that picture and spending $200 on a CD or something like that.
That's true.
So that's how I feel about Photopass.
Here's another photo tip to make sure your whole family wants to be in the picture. You don't want to just take a picture and like someone's always out of it.
Right.
Here's a tip: there are tons of people walking around the parks that know how to use a camera,
Oh, absolutely.
and most of them would be thrilled to help you out and take your picture.
Absolutely.
I know we've asked people to be like, oh, sure, they'll help stage you, and so just a tip: just ask somebody near you.
Well, and the
to take
beauty
a
of it
picture.
is, back in the day, you'd take a picture and go, boy, I hope that turns out well.
Oh, I know.
We'll find out in 2 weeks when we
Yep,
get it back
yeah, exactly.
from, the developer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and we just had this is what happened to us the last time. We go down, we asked a couple, hey, can you take our picture? And then we'll take your picture. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that'd be
mhm.
great, So they took our picture, and you just turn the camera around and go, is that good enough?
Right.
And you go, oh, yeah, that looks perfect. Thanks so much.
Yep.
And then you take their picture, turn their digital camera around and say, does that look good to you? Yeah, that looks great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And another little photo tip just from me, I always have my camera set for a continuous drive. So you'll hold it down, it'll shoot like 3 or 4 right in a row real quick.
Oh, that's a good call.
So if someone blinks, just go to the next one. Chances are one of those 3, 4, or 5 will be all right.
Wow, that's a good call.
Just sending it out there.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, thanks.
Another thing my wife had mentioned when I told her what the show we were going to do today, she said, I don't care who you are. she was half full, yeah. Not half in a bag. Just she was a little bit negative yesterday and said, I don't care who you are. I don't care how good a photographer you are. It is so hard to take a portrait shot of people in front of the castle at night.
Oh, yeah.
And we've had some Disney Photopass that are okay, but those are just so hard to take. You have got to have a great photographer taking those pictures. With that castle lit up behind you and then trying to get the right lighting on the people in front.
The right focus.
The right focus.
The right aperture. I don't even know what I'm saying here. I just know that's a word.
You're just throwing out words.
I don't even know.
You were looking at Photography Today magazine or something. Yeah. So we hate to be negative on anything. That's just not what we do. But I'm not a big fan of buying something before you see it.
Right.
And that's what you're doing with the Photopass.
It's a gamble.
Right now, yeah.
And they try to snap you in with that $50 savings, but...
Right, exactly. Exactly. And really, let's just take it one step further. If you're somebody like we are anyway, that go down on a somewhat consistent basis.
Yes.
We're not stopping to get our pictures taken every time we go into the parks.
No. They're like speed bumps.
We're not stopping to have them scan our cards at the ride kiosks. We stop, take a quick glance at the picture, laugh, moving along.
Yes.
Getting on the next ride, going to the next attraction, going to the next show, whatever it might be. If you're that type of person, the having to stop and take that time to get those pictures, I don't know. If it's a special event in your life, a major anniversary, a birthday, something like that, a holiday, maybe it's worth it.
Right.
Because you're going to want those pictures. You're
If it's
going
a
to want to
life
take
event,
that time.
you might want pictures.
Exactly. So, again, it's all relative. It depends on what you're doing. If you're somebody that goes down on a somewhat consistent basis, I don't know, is FastPass, purchasing the entire FastPass, or Photopass package is worth it.
I agree.
So, but there is something that my partner in crime here has discovered.
We talked about this on an earlier show.
I still love this.
It was
idea.
early. I think it was even in the single digits.
I still love this idea.
We have not done this.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a little more investigation on this for a future show. But is the Disney Fine Art Photography and Video.
What?
Yes. There is a website. Not a website. It's actually Disney.
Yes.
It is a service where they have a special portrait sessions.
Yes.
Now they have 2 basic things on their website, and I'm sure whatever you want to pay for, they'll be happy to set you up with.
Exactly.
But the first one is called their Enhanced Portrait Session. Now this is $350, so it's a little bit pricey. However, these are actual photographers. These are not the picture takers.
Right.
Now this includes a 1-hour portrait session with the professional photographer. Now, 1 solid hour with a photographer is an awfully long time.
That's a long time.
That is a very long time. So you're getting whatever poses you want. things that he or she will know that will work really well. Now, this is your choice of locations around the Walt Disney World Resort. I'm sure they have a big, long list. They'll give you some imagery touching. They call it some Disney creative portrait staging. That must be pretty cool. They'll enhance the image and they'll post it to the web for you, and you get a soft cover book to go with that.
Wow.
So I'm thinking that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Now, if you compare that to the price for just a little bit more than what a Photopass disc is,
Right.
I think you're going to get much better pictures.
And if you're talking about an event, like we just said, a life event, it would be worth that extra $150.
I think so.
To have someone dedicated just to you. They're not there just trying to fire off 2 or 3 pictures of you real quick. Okay,
No.
now move along because I got to get some more people in.
That's right.
They're there just for you for that allotted time. I love that idea.
I think that is fantastic. And while it might be a little bit pricey, get this one. There's something called the Mini Portrait Session.
With Minnie Mouse?
No, it's not spelled that way. There's no E at the end.
Oh.
Although I'm sure, like I said, for an additional fee, I'm sure Minnie would be happy to stop by. This is $150, at least as of the taping of the show.
Right.
In
Oh
2013.
yeah. All of our dollar figures are relative.
But this is a 20-minute, they call it a casual photo session. So it's not going to be as involved.
All right, 20 minutes.
But it's $150. All the images are on a disc with the copyright release. So you can print them
That's
wherever you
huge.
want to print them.
Yeah.
But they have a select from 3 locations. These are resorts. You can have it done at the Polynesian. You can't get bad pictures.
Oh,
at the
horrible
Polynesian.
pictures at the Polynesian.
Exactly. The Grand Floridian, again, is our worst backdrop to have pictures taken at.
Oh.
And the Beach Club. Oh, my gosh.
Are you serious?
So, if your whole family's dressed up, maybe for a nice dinner, and you want to get some nice pictures
Yeah.
for $150
For
with the disc
$150.
and the copyright,
That's huge.
that might be a...
That's huge. You got an anniversary or a special child's birthday,
Yes.
something like that. where
Family
you're-
reunion.
And again, like you said, 20 minutes is a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a lot of pictures.
I mean, you can
that
walk
they're
around
gonna
to a
be
couple
able to-
different places, different backdrops, and I'm sure they know the
Absolutely.
good places to have these pictures taken.
Absolutely. And, you've all seen the pictures of families on the beach and all of that stuff that you can take when you're on the Outer Banks or Hilton Head or wherever you're living, Hawaii or the West Coast. This, to me, as Disney fans, would be 10 times greater than that.
Yes.
You got a family reunion going on down there where you've got 10 people, 2 or 3 families together.
Mm-hmm.
How could you
And
not
you split
do
that up with the two or three families?
Oh
50
my
or $75 a
gosh.
family?
Get all those pictures taken, and especially if you're getting a copyright release,
Yeah.
you can print out as many as you want.
I think that is something I think everybody should at least consider. And I'm going to do some more investigating on this, see what I can find out more about this, because I think this might be a ResortLoop.com exclusive, by the way. I've not heard anybody else talk about this.
Nobody's talking about this. Only you.
Mark the date
been
and
able to-
time you heard this podcast, because when other people start talking about it,
You'll know they stole it. We would never steal anything from anybody.
never, ever.
No, because that would be less than outstanding. Oh, what?
Oh,
No,
my goodness.
No. So that is. I really can't wait to do that. I'm thinking when my daughter is 18 years old.
Yes.
This is going to be a big. That's a big birthday. 18's a big birthday.
It's a big one.
I think that's something you got to do.
And here's something to consider, and we'll talk about this later. This is just like the family pictures. This Disney Fine Art Video and Photography also does a whole different thing for weddings. There's a whole bunch
I'll
of
bet.
different things involving weddings on there. But
I'll bet.
since we're not actually talking about weddings right now, we just thought we'd get into more of the family photos. But
Right. I love that idea. I'm sure that you'd have to book that pretty far in advance.
yes,
So look into that. We would love to hear if anybody's done that, if you're planning on doing it, and what you guys think.
like I said, the ResortLoop.com wheels are in motion.
We wait a minute. We got wheels.
Well, I got to go buy the wheels.
We
but I think we're gonna we're gonna see what we can do with this.
Hey, we got a remote unit. We can go ride around, and we'll be like those Disney food trucks.
We could buy like that old monorail first car and throw some wheels on there, drive it around. Oh my gosh!
Oh, come on. That would be awesome.
Oh, if only We had a budget.
Oh, my gosh. Well, Tim, that's all I got.
Oh, I don't think we can go into anything else today. We've gone on for quite a while. Oh, thank you, everybody, for listening.
Putting up with us more like
Oh, I know, exactly. You can always find me on Twitter. I'm Resort Loop Tim. And as I said before, there's always the website, ResortLoop.com.
And I am Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and Facebook/Resort Loop. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes. And, of course, the great other way to listen to us.
On the Stitcher.
The Stitcher.
We love the Stitcher and
We
our
do.
Stitcher listeners.
Absolutely. Well, you love all of our listeners.
Absolutely, we do.
Don't get crazy on me. We're breaking records left and right.
We don't even know what to do.
We don't even know what's going on.
Did I hit record? Oh, anyway, thanks for sharing the love, everybody out there. Thanks for joining the Gateway to the Magic, ResortLoop.com.
See you, everybody.
Forget the first part. We'll go to the second part. Caffeine break.